Okay, and then what to do if I have situation that I am planning to replace new oxygen sensor or air fuel sensor in this my car, and then I suddenly notice that hey, these connectors are different. Like in here, this is my old sensor, what is now away, it is in here and it is broken. But then when I purchase new sensor, I notice that oh, this connector in here, it is different. This is like dark brown and this is light brown, and then I noticed that actually this new one is lighter and this old one is more fat. And then I take also my measurement scale. There is my measurement stick, that how much there is difference. This old one is like, this is like 2.2 centimeters, about 1 inch. And then when I compare that new one in here, this new one is like in that side, but this side what I was measuring, it is only 2 centimeters. It's like 2 millimeters smaller, and this is bad because if we have high quality car like this Toyota, then we can't insert different size of connectors. This is old one what I should have, and this is new one, and this is like smaller one. Okay, and what to do then? I insert those in there, and then we can go to also look a little bit that what they are different. When we look those, we can see that this one is bigger, this is the original, and then that is the new one. Really interesting. And this new one is now a little bit smaller. It is not much, but just enough. Okay, and what to do then? Then I need to do some new thing. That I need to cut these cables and connect that old connector in here. Okay, and then when I am planning to change these connectors, I need to take those both sensors away, that I can cut those, and next I am planning to do that job. And first of that I need to take this both sensors away. And there is my tool, and it is quite big, it is like 22 millimeter tool. Now there is my sensor, it is in that position in here, and now I can rotate that when it's free. And there is this new sensor and there is this old sensor, and then we can go to connect those cables. Okay, and then when I am planning to replace these my cables, this is like that my old one and this is new one, and now there was issue that these cable connectors were different, even that these sensors, they were equal, they are similar. Okay, now what to do then? Then I think that I have already before of that also cut that previous sensor. Now I am planning to cut that also, and there is first, when we look that sensor, there is first this protective cover, and when we look that sensor, this outer area is like heat protector, and I can open that so that I take sharp knife like that one. This is really useful, and then I carefully I extremely carefully I open that outer cover cable, but I have to be very carefully that I don't cut these inner cables, and that I start in here and I move always this my knife in that position, look, out of these inner areas. In that area, then I continue my job. Then I think that now it went nicer. Okay, good. And even a little bit more. I plan that in a little bit more. There is more this insulation. There's actually two. Look, there is also inner cable in there. And now I have managed to open that quite enough. And then look, these cables are different color. One is blue, one white, and two are black. And it is easy to connect in that old one because there are also two black, blue and white. And that's, I think that in that position in here I cut this thing in something like here, and for that job I have nice tongs, and in here I cut these off. And then when there is 4 of those, I need this cable wire stripper, and this tool takes these wires, this outer material away. Okay, and then when I am planning to use these wire strippers, it works so that first there are those holes in here, and then I have to choose this my right hole for this my cable, and it is just if this cable goes through that hole, like in here, this is too big, but these are okay, that one and that one, and I choose now the second smallest hole, and I take this cable away something like 1 inch at least. That means about 2 to 3 centimeters. And now I insert that my cable directly in this hole. Look, there is hole. I target this my cable directly in there, and then I a little bit open, and something like 2 millimeter, 2 to 3 centimeters, and then I start to press this my tongs, and when I press that hard, now there is full compression, look, then I take this cable in here and I pull out like pin in that way. And if this is too hard, I can take this little bit bigger hole in here. Now I choose a little bit bigger hole. Okay, in here, and again I pull out that in this way. This cable direction is in here. Okay, and look, now this looks excellent. So easy. This my stripper takes only this plastic part away, and this is cool stuff. This is really a nice tool to use. And then I remember that this hole is this 1.5 millimeter in here, not smallest one, not second, it is third one. And then I take all of these cables, at least this one plus about 1 or 1.5 inches away, in that way, white, and then 2 reds. Okay, there, good, and then hard compression. Okay, and it is not again there. And now this black one looks to be a little bit smaller, and then I choose this smaller hole in here. Smaller line. That way. Okay, now it was partially okay. Let's test again. Let's do that again. Okay, now this is fine. And then the final one. Now okay, cool. Good, and this is excellent. Excellent. I take a little bit more that material in here. That way. And if this material is too tight, we can use a little bit this sharp knife, and we can take those cables also away in that way. Okay, good. Then I can cut this. Now there is one black, second black, and blue and white. And then I open this my old connector, put this in here, and I throw now this extra part away, and then I open this my old joint, and I can use this my sharp knife carefully and work very carefully. Always this knife out of your hand, no ever in that way, because soon we have hurt in our skin. Okay, and this is excellent joint, because these are difficult to open. Now it opens. Good. Okay. Okay, now this first blue is free, blue cable, and then I open this. The next one is white one. There's white connection. Good. There is this joint. I opened that joint. Now white is free, and then I have to open this black. Black cable. Black cable carefully, and soon I can see these black cables. Okay, there is this connection. Okay, and there is this black connection. Good. And then one connection left in here. Okay, good. Now there's this final joint, and I open that also. Good. And now this my connector is free. The connector is in here in that part, and then I throw that old sensor away. And there is this my new sensor, and there is this my old connector, and I start this my job that this blue is nice color. I like that. I start that in blue, and in that step idea is that I rotate that firstly in that way, look. And then we have striked, I keep my fingers in here, and then I rotate that metallic stripes. And then I have this similar part in here, this blue one, and I rotate also that in this way. Okay, now I rotate, and now I can start this job so that I have two blue lines, and then I insert this in that position. Okay, and then I continue this my job, and I have one cable blue in okay, and then I think that I connect these whites, and then be very carefully that you only insert one cable set in one cable, because if we do in that kind of connection, then we have electric this error. Now I do this white cable. First I rotate that area, and then in that white area, and then I connect these cables so that those areas are now together. Look, they are in here, and then I insert that in this position, and then I start to rotate both of those in same time in that way. And then we have smart, nice package. Look, there is nice package, and then when I finish that, I only carefully turn that in this position, and then I take the specific electric tape, and first I do in that area, and I use a lot of this electric tape because I don't like that these cables takes contact to each others, because it is bad situation. Beware that if cables takes contact, then we have errors in our car. And then I rotate more. Okay, good. Now I think that this is fine, and then I only move that, and this was in okay. And then these black cables, because they are heaters, they heat this sensor, I can connect those so that I choose in one, in first black in that one, and then I connect that black cable in these cables. Be carefully that you connect these cables in this part, that you don't take mistake that you suddenly connect that cables, same cables together, because this is error. And now I take that one, and in here I have to rotate that black one this way, and then I take this my cable, and then I rotate that in together. Good. And then I little bit bend that in here, and again my tape, and there is some cable what I carefully insert back. I carefully insert back that in there. Good. That way. Good. Okay, now this my first black cable is okay, and then I insert that next one in here. I rotate first in this part, and then that part. And then when they are nice, I connect these things in here in that way. Same way as before. Okay, good. A little bit rotation. Then I insert these cables a little bit back in that way. And then I take my tape. Carefully I insert my tape in here, and then I check that there is no any cables. And now these my cables, they are fine. And final step is to insert these all cables together in that way, and then also a little bit tape in here. And then we have quite nice buckets. Good. Okay, now it's quite professional thing. Okay, that kind of information.